It was a week full of colour, nostalgia and celebration here at Expo 2020 Dubai as the United Arab Emirates celebrated the 50-year journey of the UAE. Accessibility was at the forefront of the Expo 2020 Dubai this week as we marked International Day of Disabled Persons. Meanwhile, the nations of Germany, Belize, Kazakhstan, Nigeria and Russia joined the UAE in celebrating their national days. And we begin with Russia, as they celebrated their National Day.
This morning we gather to officially honor the Russian Federation and their participation in this exceptional global event. Please rise for the national anthems and flag raisings of the United Arab Emirates and the Russian Federation.
Символично, что День России совпал по времени с торжествами по случаю 50-летия образования Объединенных Арабских Эмиратов. Передаю всем эмиратским друзьям искренние поздравления и наилучшие пожелания с золотым юбилеем.
Participating in Expo overall is very important for Russia and I think for any country that wants people to know more about it, share its innovation and actually collaborate with the world. Expo 2020 Dubai is especially important for Russia because of our already warm relationship with the UAE that we would like to increase and create more projects together, and we believe Expo will become an amazing platform for that. But also because Expo 2020 happening in Dubai is a unique case because of many reasons. It's a first Expo in the region, the biggest Expo in history, and the one that managed to happen despite the pandemic. So I think all the reasons are aligned for us to show our best.
We are pleased to have Russia present at our Expo with a truly magnificent pavilion.
Наш павильон, один из крупнейших, занимает около 4000 квадратных метров. В нем собраны самые интересные российские проекты, а также экспозиции наших регионов. Мы внимательно изучаем и анализируем все новые решения, использованные при организации такого яркого и запоминающегося мероприятия. Для нас это особенно важно, ведь мы выдвинули Москву в качестве кандидата на право проведения Всемирной универсальной выставки Expo в 2030 году.
Visitors get to embark on a journey of discovering Russia's diverse regions and learn the stories of Russian originality throughout time, with the key takeaway being that the creative mind is critical for shaping a future that benefits all of humanity.
The pavilion produces some thinking process about our place in the world, our relationship to each other, and the key message is that only with cooperation, only with understanding our similarities and passing through our differences, the world can move forward only together. And I think that's the main message and the main knowledge we want people to carry out. But we also want them to have some childlike fun and just enjoy themselves for a moment there.
On Monday, it was the turn of Germany to raise the flag on their National Day.
Hope. Let's have hope that we can face these global challenges together that we all have to face.
No virus in the world will stop us from exchanging and developing ideas for a better future. Connecting minds, creating the future is the motto of Expo 2020 Dubai, and we will pursue it.
It is a delight to see the energy and enthusiasm that you have brought forward to this Expo. Even the smallest of movements can achieve a great thing as long as we act collectively. The theme, Campus Germany, is a one that resonates very well with all of us because education is a subject that drives us to strive in the pursuit of a better life. Visitors to the German pavilion will embark on a curriculum that takes them through energy, future city, biodiversity labs, and will be immersed in an ultra-modern showcase of Germany's pioneering world and the globe benchmark it has set across various fields.
UAE has the projects of the next 50. It wants to transition from the main income source being oil to a sustainable, knowledge-driven economy. And we are in the same process. So many of the things that the UAE wants to do, Germany has something good to offer. Talking about renewable energies, manufacturing according to the fourth industrial revolution, where all the machines are connected digitally and they learn themselves, artificial intelligence, carbon-free production, aerospace, healthcare. So in all those sectors, we already have a very tight relationship. But the old way was to buy and sell goods and services, just buy and sell. The new way will be to develop things together, to develop shared intellectual property, and to use our two economies, which are both hub and platform economies.
What we did is we translated complex topics because, for example, fighting climate change is a complex topic. So we translated these topics into funny or entertaining interactions. So you have fun, but while you have fun, you learn something.
Following the general idea of Campus Germany, the building itself is taking the architectural typology of what a campus is and is translating it from a horizontal model into a vertical model. So instead of creating a building that is a singular volume, we much rather created an ensemble of different volumes. This not only creates a very democratic building that is very open, very inviting, and that allows for a lot of views from the outside into the building and from the building to the outside, but at the same time also is significant for what Germany is. It's a federal nation that is very much characterized by the interplay of different actors. On top of that, we have a concept of stepping climate zones. So instead of going from an outside climate that is somewhere in the 40 degrees to an inside climate of 18 degrees, which usually causes a heat stress on the human body because you rapidly go from hot to cold, we have a concept of stepping climate zones. So we go from the outside climate on the public realm to an in-between climate where the building provides shade, but not active cooling yet, but we only use dry mist, so we spray particles of air, of cold air and water. And then from there you go to the second in-between climate, which is inside the building, until you go to the maximum climate controlled spaces. So we only use air conditioned where we have fully enclosed volumes to make sure that we don't have a loss of energy or a loss of cool air. After Expo, the whole building will be dismantled and the roof will find a new life in a different form of geometry. So everything is reused, recycled. This has been one of the key ideas where we asked ourselves, how can we make a sustainable pavilion at Expo? And that means that we don't leave behind a lot of trash, but we have a building that is circular to that extent that it has second and third lives.
We can face these global challenges together that we all have to face. And we can solve these challenges if we work together, if we come together, like in a campus, and that's why we're called Campus Germany. So if the world works together, we can do it, and that's our message.
Tuesday saw the Central American nation of Belize celebrate their National Day.
Belize is located in Central America. We are bordered by Mexico to the north, Guatemala to the east, and the Caribbean Sea to the west. We're such a tiny little country that we want to be placed on the map. We have so many beautiful things to offer in our country.
For small developing nations like Belize that are dependent heavily on services and the agro-based industries, the thrust towards future growth is already being experienced as industries such as tourism, real estate, and agriculture continue to reestablish their stake within the economic fabric and investment realities.
Belize has had a remarkable presence in World Expos since its first participation at the Specialized Expo in 1984 in New Orleans. And we are very privileged to have you here participating for the first time with your own pavilion.
The story of Belize's pavilion is showcasing opportunities in investment and trade, culture, people, places, things.
Visitors to Belize's pavilion will get the opportunity to immerse themselves in cultural and natural richness of Belize, as well as learn about how it is championing biodiversity and sustainability in order to protect the natural landscape with which it has been blessed.
In Expo, we decided to showcase several different cultures, that being the Mayas, who are the first settlers in Belize, the Garifuna people, the Mestizos, amongst others.
Belize earlier this month hosted its first International Investment Summit, a successful event reassuring global investors that we are open for business.
We are excited that you are joining us on this unforgettable journey and look forward to working closely with you in order to ensure the successful application of our theme, Connecting Minds, Creating the Future, towards building a brighter future for one and for all.
Belize's Prime Minister believes that determination, strategy, and vision for the future are resources in the quest for excellence and success. We are proud to say that Belize now stands poised to become a beacon of hope in the Americas.
Kazakhstan National Day was the focus of events at Expo 2020 Dubai on Wednesday.
2020 emphasized the importance of human capital, innovation, and sustainability as we enter the post-pandemic world and leave the shocks of the past 2 years behind.
We are thankful for the commitment that Kazakhstan has dedicated towards a strong and rich participation at Expo 2020 Dubai.
We are here to showcase the progress we have made in building up our productive, human, and technological capacity to become leading force in the Central Asia.
The main idea of the pavilion is to show the gateway to tomorrow. We start from history, we show the culture, we show the present days, and we are looking for the future. And coming to Kazakhstan Pavilion, of course, we try to demonstrate the Oriental architecture of the building. It combines the traditions and some new technologies. And if you visit Kazakhstan Pavilion, your journey starts from the very beginning. You can see a very nice concert from National Orchestra of Kazakhstan that was specially brought here. The pre-show area shows it's a very unique pre-show, and it shows the connection of the people from all over the world, that each of us, we have more or less the same DNA. And of course, the main thing also I would like to stress is the final show. It is called Unlimited Space, and we try to show the cooperation of human being and the artificial intelligence and robotics.
It was a big day of celebrations here at Expo 2020 Dubai on Thursday, as it was the turn of the UAE to celebrate their National Day.
لسنا دولة في العالم بل العالم في دولة.
It is with great pride that I address and embrace my fellow commissioners on the occasion of the 50th anniversary of the founding of the United Arab Emirates. I am thankful that you have joined us on this momentous journey and honored to stand among you at this special moment in the story of our nation. Today, we are 192 nations standing tall and together, not just in celebration of the UAE, but of the values for which it stands and in which we all share. A story in which you have each played significant part. Together, we are peers and partners and pioneers in overcoming shared adversity to deliver on our solemn commitment to a world exposition that offers hope and optimism for all.
هواب الله هواب حاضر فخر ماضي تليد مستقبل وحلم جديد بالعزم والراي السديد نمضي إلى 50 عام صبيان يكبر الشيم مسبارنا نحو النجوم نحو التقدم والعلوم هواب الله هواب في إكسبو نقدر نقول إن التواصل بالعقول نصنع أمل كل الفصول.
The UAE Pavilion is located at the heart of Expo, right across from Al Wasl Plaza. The UAE Pavilion is the biggest pavilion at Expo. It's inspired by the Falcon. We have around 28 wings that open and close because underneath of them there is solar panels that absorbs the sunlight. This is part of the UAE efforts towards sustainability. The UAE Pavilion is an immersive experience and multi-sensory experience that will take you back to the past, how our ancestors and early dreamers used to live, how our present is, and what we are looking forward in the future.
Our philosophy is that good neighborliness is the basis of genuine stability from which growth and development will necessarily flow. Our globalized present and increasingly interconnected future means that you are all our neighbor. A prospect that inspires us as we launch towards another half-century of peaceful, reliable, and invaluable cooperation and collaboration.
Friday's National Day here at Expo 2020 Dubai was Nigeria.
Please stand and welcome His Excellency Muhammad Buhari, GCFR, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and His Excellency Sheikh Nahyan bin Mbarak Al Nahyan.
With Expo 2020, we hope to build on existing partnerships between our two countries while also further developing our trade relations, aiming to surpass the $1.3 billion in non-oil bilateral trade achieved in 2020, thereby benefiting both of our nations. With this, I welcome you again, President Buhari, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. We look forward to thriving together at Expo 2020 Dubai as we capitalize on our shared experiences through dialogue and collaboration towards achieving a better tomorrow for everyone.
Nigeria is participating in this epoch-making event in order to explore opportunities that are capable of unlocking the huge potentials that abound in our country, as it makes conscious efforts to be a strategic partner of choice for the global community. It is my pleasure, therefore, to invite all participating countries, organizations, and other private sector operators to take full advantage of opportunities being provided by Expo 2020 by linking up with the Nigerian team to collaborate with us in diverse areas of interest for our mutual benefits.
The Nigerian Pavilion, which is located at the Opportunity District, is a process of telling the world that Nigeria is a land of opportunity. We are showcasing to the world our seeds of opportunities, our agricultural produce. Nigeria, as it is today, produces about 90% of its local consumption of rice. Nigeria is also a large producer of the hibiscus flowers. And Nigeria is fourth producer of cocoa in the world. So we're telling the world that we have a lot of seeds of opportunities. And Nigeria is also showcasing its creative industry. We have the music industry, we have Grammy Award winners, and I think that's a legacy that we want to achieve when we leave the Expo 2020. Africa as a nation, as a continent, are happy people. Nigeria as a country are happier people. And Dubai, UAE people are also the most happiest people. I even learned that they have a Ministry of Happiness. And it means there's a connect between us and UAE. So come to our pavilion and feel that happiness around visiting the pavilion.
Fursan Al Imarat took to the skies above Expo 2020 Dubai with an air show. Expo 2020 Dubai hosted the French President Emmanuel Macron during the week. On Tuesday, the UAE played homage to the martyrs that sacrificed their lives for the nation.
رحم الله شهداءنا الأبرار وأسكنهم فسيح جناته. إن هذا اليوم هو يوم الوطن الذي سيخلد فيه التاريخ أبطالنا الذين بذلوا أرواحهم من أجله. هو يوم الوفاء لأهل الوفاء، ويوم التقدير والعرفان لأهل البذل والتضحية.
Over at the Samin Pavilion, we welcomed some of the UAE's traditional fishermen.
مدرك على راس الحد خطفنا وكلنا صبيان ويا ربي سلم. من مدرك على راس الحد خطفنا وكلنا صبيان ويا ربي سلمنا.
What we are seeing here is the life of the coast people, how they was living, how tough life they was having on that time. The traditional fishermen in UAE, they have very tough skills. They are tough people. You know, life in the coast or sailing itself, it's a tough job because the people which they was diving for pearl hunting, they was diving with no gas cylinder, with no nothing. They was depending on their breath to go down for 10 meters or 15 meters under the water to look for pearls. They stays in the water around 4 months, diving almost every day. They was fishing in so many ways. They had the nets, which they call it a lich, and they had gargur, which is a cage made by palm leaves. And after that, they start to make it by steel. They was throwing the gargur under the water, waiting for around 4 days till the fish will go inside, and then they was collecting the fishes from inside the gargur. A ship like a pearl hunting ship was taking around 10 months by tough people who was working day and night to make one ship.
هني مهنة الخليج عندنا نحن كلهم الغوص والصيد والسفر. مهنة ثانية ما في، علامات ثانية ما في. وفيهم ما شاء الله كانوا معلمين النجوم، يمشون أفريقيا وفي الهند والسند كل مكان بالنجوم الليل، وعندهم قياسات وعندهم كمال وعندهم كل شيء يعرفون. وهم إذا في صار عندهم حادث ما عرفوا وأي اتجاه رايحين، نزلوا الشمس تحت السفينة بالكمال، يعرفون أنهم هالقد ميل سافل أو هالقد ميل عالي أو هالقد ميل متأخرين. هذا معلمين كانوا في الأول في السابق حق السفر. أما الصيادين الحمد لله كثر.
Champions from around the world gathered at the Dubai Exhibition Centre for the World Chess Championships, breaking records during the week.
pleasure to welcome you to Game 3 of the FIDE World Championship, Dubai 2021. From Russia, Jan Nepomniachtchi. From Norway, world champion Magnus Carlsen.
I like Magnus because he also plays Fantasy Premier League, which is another game that I also play. And of course, he's the best player in the world in all-time formats, splits, you know. If there was any bullet, you know, competition, he would have been even better. Classical, of course, we are seeing it right now.
I think it's Magnus' birthday today, so I think he should win, and he looks at a better position in this game, so yeah. First 3 games was draw, yes, and they all played their best game, so looking forward for this game today. I think it's Magnus to win this game.
Challenger, Jan Nepomniachtchi. The champion, Magnus Carlsen.
I think it's super exciting because, well, Magnus Carlsen is the best player currently that there is, and Jan Nepomniachtchi is probably the one that I believe stands the chance the most, given his positive score as one of the few against Magnus.
Now we have World Champion, fantastic conditions here, of course, like only UAE can make such conditions like Expo and like this match. So I saw World Chess Federation are very happy, very proud to deal with, to stay here. About the games now, it's chess is special game, which is, you know, most of games of high level going to be draw. But every game is fighting now. Every player looking for small chances to get any single advantage and try to convert.
From Norway, world champion Magnus Carlsen. From Russia, the challenger Jan Nepomniachtchi.
I think it's too early to say it, but I think it will be a battle, and it will be, yeah, a more fighting match than the previous ones.
I think that in Game 6, we're going to see a little bit of a more fighting game, like we saw on Game 1 at least.
We sat down with Dr. Arif Al-Sheikh as he recounted the composing of the national anthem of the UAE.
اللحن بدأ بعد قيام الاتحاد بشهرين أو 3. كلف الفنان سعد عبد الوهاب من مصر بوضع موسيقى السلام الوطني لدولة الإمارات. استمروا من ذاك الوقت من عام 1972 إلى عام 1986 يعزفون عزف خالي من غير نشيد، من غير كلمات. في عام 1986 كان معالي أحمد حميد الطاير كان يمر على المدارس يحضر طابور الصباح، فلاحظ أنهم لما يرفعون العلم لازم يكون هناك نشيد أيضا حماسي يردد مع العزف. هذاك الوقت كلفوني لما قرأت قاعد يقول لا، تضع كلمات على لحن موجود. المفاجأة الثانية قالوا نبغيه خلال 3 أيام، وجايبين لي شريط، هذيك الأيام كاسيت يستخدمون، جابوا لي شريط عليه موسيقى السلام الوطني. شغلت المسجل، جلست أستمع لموسيقى السلام الوطني وأنا مشتت مرة، مرتين، ثلاث، أربع، 5، 10، 20. جمعت أفكاري، قلت ببدأ أكتب. وهاي المرة مع الموسيقى سبحان الله كأن جاني إلهام. كتبت: عيشي بلادي عاش اتحاد إماراتنا، عشت لشعب دينه الإسلام هديه القرآن، حصنتك بسم الله يا وطن. المقطع الأول قارنت بين الكلام وبين الموسيقى، شوف منسجمين مع بعض. تشجعت، خلاص الحين أنا عندي بلادي بلادي. طبعا سمعت الموسيقى، بعد عفويا جاءت الكلمات: بلادي 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 حماك الإله شرور الزمان، حماك الإله شرور الزمان. بعد جاءت المقطع اللي بعده متغير، هيك يشوف الكلمات جاءت سبحان الله أيضا منسجمة: أقسمنا أن نبني نعمل نخلص مهما عشنا نخلص نعمل نخلص مهما عشنا نخلص. شفت إن بعد جاءت كرتسن، ما بقى إلا القليل، بالذات في المقطع الجديد: دام الأمان وعاش العلم يا إماراتنا، رمز العروبة كلنا نفديك، بالدماء نرويك، نفديك بالأرواح يا وطن، بالدماء نرويك، نفديك بالأرواح يا وطن. أعتبر أني أنجزت وقدمت عمل مقبول عند الله أولا ثم عند الناس.
We meet some of the Expo 2020 Dubai staff and volunteers who are helping make this event accessible.
My role here at Expo is to help the team to deliver programming and storytelling, science demonstration. For example, I've done until today 2,500 science demonstration, different type of visitors, kids, children, families, and the visitors all around the world. In the United Arab Emirates, we focus on empowering people of determination, and this is our key focus, which is that at Expo 2020 Dubai, we welcome people of determination, different type of disability. When they enter Expo 2020 Dubai, they will gonna find parking that dedicated for them. Once they arrive, they will gonna see buggy car that's accessible for them, and they are ready for them to welcome them inside Expo 2020 Dubai. Actually, I'm very proud of where I am today. Even my family feels so proud. I faced so many challenges, but today, with our great leadership that we have in the United Arab Emirates, I think that challenges to hope to millions of people around me, and I'm very proud specifically to be at Terra, the Sustainability Pavilion, and grateful to have a wonderful team at Terra, the Sustainability Pavilion.
Expo did a lot of things to people of determination. I'm really proud about it and very proud to be as an Expo staff member. We look after the visitor centers and mobility zone. we do provide services such as the mobility services. And if they want to pass by the visitor centers, if they felt overwhelmed or anxious, we have the quiet room to make them feel ease and ready to go again to the journey. As well, we provide the sunflower lanyard for them, just in case they wanted to wear it, that it will indicate our staff that actually they need more assistance and a little bit help in that.
Al Wasl Plaza was the destination to mark the 50-year journey of the UAE with an awe-inspiring parade of colour, lights and air.
زمان أول قبل 50 عام وقبل وحدتنا تلاقت في وطننا قلوب وتلاقت محبتنا. نحن أهل الوطن وإحنا تضاريسه، نحن صحراء وإحنا جباله الشمة. لفينا من صفا بحره وواحاته، من رماله من جباله ومن كل اتجاهاته. قبايل عشنا عترابه وشفنا بسعادتنا. بين العادات تتشابه وتجمعنا محبتنا.
لسنا دولة في العالم، بل العالم في دولة.